Alright, this video is basically who's a Jew. Who is a Jew. Now, if you say that you're a Christian and that you're the spiritual Israel, okay, there are Jewish people who will disagree with that, who will get offended with that. But the thing is that the Apostle Paul taught that the body of Christ are true spiritual Jews, and they have a right to be called Jews because the name Jew means to praise and worship God. That is what Jew means. So the very slang term Jew, which came about obviously last century, became very prominent, and a lot of Roman Catholics use that term. Certainly growing up, used it as a derogatory term for anyone who maybe try to obey God's commandments, or I don't know, follow Jesus Christ in a wholehearted way. Okay, Satan doesn't like that, so he comes up with all these stupid names. So in fact their insults are in fact compliments. That's the way I see it. I mean, if anybody calls you a Jew, then that's a compliment, because it means that you're walking closely with God, and that Satan sees that and he knows that and he's jealous of that. Now the other thing is that there are people that really do try to be like not just Jews, but actually do Judaism instead. Now that's a completely different thing, okay? Judaism is a very corrupt Babylonian religion, okay, that's been basically infiltrated by the rabbis applying their own men's traditions to the commandments of God, okay? Now the oral law, fair enough, some of it is okay, some of it comes from the Torah, but a lot of it has just been put in there and made up by the rabbis, okay? They say they have secret documents and all kind of stuff. Okay, Judaism, when they talk about the Shekinah, that's a female entity. Shekinah, Shakan is the male, okay? So when we talk about the presence of God, what we talk about is Yahweh Shakan, okay? That's the revelation I got. You can ask the people in my charismatic church that I started to go to when I spoke in tongues. That is what I said continually, Shakan. Okay, they'll testify to that. And it means the male presence and glory of God. But the Shekinah is female, and it's not the true God, okay? And that is what they practice in Judaism. And that's how it's been corrupted there and then brought into the churches when they talk about the Shekinah. It's a female presence, and of course we know the true God is not female, he's male, okay? So, this lighting of candles by the women in Judaism, nowhere in Torah, okay? Again, that's linked with just Babylonian paganism, okay? So now a short little video explaining the difference between a true Jew and a real, and I guess a pagan Jew. So thank you for listening to this video. May the Lord bless you.